Just east of Scotland's capital city, Edinburgh, lies the region of East Lothian, home to dramatic countryside and some of the finest golf courses in the world. It was the Fidra course at the stunningly beautiful Archerfield Links that would play host to the three-day Aberdeen Asset Management Ladies Scottish Open. The field that would line up in a unique Pro-Am format would include defending champion Carly Booth, fellow Scots Katrina Matthew and young German star Anke Lindner. It was another youngster who produced some of the best golf on day one, however, 18-year-old Czech Klára Spilková. She did her best to get to grips with some testing windy conditions to shoot a 2-under round of 70. South African former Order of Merit winner Leanne Pace arrived in Scotland with 2 LET titles under her belt already in 2013, and she was another who produced some sparkling golf. This birdie on the 8th and another on the 9th helped her to a 3-under round of 69. No one, though, could match the golf played by Frenchwoman Cassandra Kirkland. The 28-year-old from Paris benefited from the slightly calmer conditions during Friday morning to card 4 birdies, including one here on the 13th. It was Kirkland then with a narrow lead on Friday evening, 1 clear of Annelise Cordal, Leanne Pace and Trish Johnson. Tournament favourites Katrina Matthew had to settle for a 1-under round of 71. Liz Young was 1 over heading into day 2, but she built a challenge with a 68 on Saturday, the second lowest round of the day. The Englishwoman was suddenly in second place. Day 2 was all about one woman, however, local star Katrina Matthew. A slow burner on day 1, the Scot really got going on Saturday. Some classy putting helped her to a brilliant round of 67, which left her on 6 under with 1 round to play. It was Matthew out in front, then 3 clear of Liz Young, while Hannah Burke's 71 moved her into a tie for 4th alongside Anke Lindner. The other players either needed to go really low on Sunday or hope Matthew stuttered, but there were few signs of that early on from the Scot. This almost dropped for an eagle on the 2nd, but a birdie extended her lead. Hannah Burke, however, was in inspired form. The affable Englishwoman started the day well off the pace, but with former Solheim Cup vice-captain Joe Morley on the back, she began to hit birdie form, making light of the ferocious windy conditions. But Matthew, the woman who held the winning putt to win the Solheim Cup, was not in a mood to be caught. This effort at the 6th gave her a 2nd birdie of the day. Liz Young, meanwhile, wasn't having such a good day at the office. She started in the final group alongside Katrina Matthew, but some wayward irons and poor putting saw her challenge drop away spectacularly. Not so for Hannah Burke. A slightly fortunate approach gave her an eagle chance at 11. One she snapped up. The bad news for the chasing pack, though, was that even when she was in trouble, Matthew was finding answers. This escape from the bunker at the 11th set up her 3rd birdie of the day. The Scot was doing enough to stay in front. With all the other players getting blown away by the wind, it was developing into a battle between 2 women. Burke was refusing to let Matthew take the title without a fight. Another birdie. Meanwhile, Annelise Cordal was another who had a day to forget. Starting within touch of the leaders, she was finding life difficult on the greens. The Frenchwoman finished with a 79, 4 over par for the tournament. Matthew, in contrast, was showing the lower-ranked players how it should be done. This monster effort at 14 moved her to 3 under par for her round. The smile told the story. And she followed that birdie with another at the next. Matthew, who lives just a few miles from Archerfield, enjoyed strong support from the crowd, many of whom have followed her career right from the start. They had some high-quality viewing to enjoy throughout the afternoon. Hannah Burke was also producing some good stuff. A bogey at 17 set her back, however, and she needed a birdie at the last to set Matthew a competitive target. This approach, though, was right on the money. Matthew, still 5 shots clear at this stage, seemingly had things in the bag until she reached the 16th hole. She struggled to escape from the rough, and with the wind affecting the balls on the greens in the more exposed parts of the course, 3-putted for a double bogey. Over on 18, Burke made no mistake. She tapped in for a birdie at the last, 6 under for the Englishwoman. Now just 2 shots in it. She was the clubhouse leader. Matthew then needed to steady herself, but showing a cool head, she nailed her tee shot at the 17th. There would be no birdie, but a solid par gave her 2 shots to play with, heading down the par 5 last. Her 3rd shot was on target, finding the green, and barring disaster with the putter, the title was as good as hers. Her first putt didn't quite drop, so no birdie at the last to seal the win, but a simple tap-in for par gave her victory by 2 strokes. With her husband on the bag and her children greenside, it was an emotional victory, her first since Ireland midway through 2012. Brilliant week then for Katrina Matthews, sealing victory by 2 strokes over the impressive Hannah Burke. Holly Clyburn continued her impressive rookie season with 3rd spot, the defending champion Carly Booth in 4th.
Yeah, fantastic. Played really well today. It was very difficult out there with the wind, and an amazing score by Hannah, 4 under. I thought, I saw the leaderboard maybe after about 15, and I thought I'd be a few more ahead than I was. So it was a little tense coming down the last couple of holes.
As for the ISPS Handler Order of Merit, it's Leanne Pace still in pole position after victories this year in Turkey and Spain, with Matthew up to 4th. Winner in Morocco earlier this season, Aria Jitanagarn tops page 2 in 9th place. And German rookie Anke Lindner consolidates her position inside the top 20 in 17th place after another strong week on tour. Solheim Cup star Charlie Hull still occupies pole position in the Rolex Rookie of the Year standings, with Holly Clyburn in hot pursuit. Katrina Matthews' victory helps her jump 1 place to number 9 in the Rolex World Rankings.